Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today is episode 6, and we are time to make it the pods. We make it the pods to the John the Boatis, and we make them from scratch with the hand, and then we try to weld and make it to float higher in the waters. Okay, but good Lord, that trailer's ugly. Look at that thing, and then while it is box tube, you see we got some ugly stuff back here that someone's tried to weld exhaust tube on. I say tried to weld. Like, if you can't wire, you probably shouldn't weld. Anyway, like, that thing's got a little bitty axle, but my buddy gave me an axle over there, and hey, half of it's good. Just like everything else laying around here. So I got to weld a new spindle on that, and then we got to try to retro it to fit this, even though that's a foot longer, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun around here. Okay, I tell you what. Let's start this thing off right. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started in the pod build today. Episode 6. Let's roll. Maybe I shouldn't have had that energy shot. 6 hours later. We still haven't built any pods. But here's the life that I lead, right? Shop door knocks, and I get parts dropped off, right? Now, this company does a damn good job making custom fuel tanks. Don't know the company. But custom's custom, right? And my local shop keeps me on retainer. And well, we had to take an inch off of here, and then they changed their mind what fuel pump they had. And he brought me this plate and welded this in. Look at them. Ooh, can I get change for $1? Yes, sir. Would you like that in dimes? Got done with that. Went in, called him, said, "Hey, I come get her there. You're good, bro. Thanks for the work." And I thought, well, I'll check my emails while I'm getting a sandwich. Last minute thing. I put in for a early season turkey hunt in Mississippi, and I got drawed for it. So that just opened up an enormous rabbit hole right there. I've been on the phone, I've been on the interwebs, I've been trying to figure out where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. I have no idea. Here is your invitation. If for some reason you think I'm cool and you want to go turkey hunting with me and you live in the state of Mississippi, holler at your boy. Now, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all messages are open. I answer every single one of them, right? So there's no excuse. You can find my phone number. You can find my messages pretty easily. I'm going to take my old beat-up Silverado, a handful of TSS, a brand new custom 410, and a face-off e-bike, and I'm going to drive about 8 hours south of here, wake up in Mississippi one morning, and just start trucking and trying to find old Thunder Chicken. This is the life I wanted to lead, so it's time we start leading it, right? Come on. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. You better call me right now, because today's Wednesday, and I'm leaving next Wednesday. I ain't got long. I'm gonna have to start driving soon, so don't wait around. All right, let's get a plan here. So I just come over here and I marked the line about 2 inches. That gives me enough room for a fill neck in there. Probably gonna be hard to get in out for the plug, but I might put the plug on the inside. This being 21 inches wide, there's plenty of room there. By the time I go from that mark to, matter of fact, let's find out. Let's find out together. Yeah, about 24 inches. That's good. That's plenty of room. So that's 14 from there to there. Now, and I marked 14 on the other side. I will say that boats vary a lot. Even though there's a plan to be, symmetrical, they're not always symmetrical. So I'm going to take a angle finder here, and I'm going to do my best. You can see how it's touching here. My best to figure out what that angle is. I hate that thing. Hang on a minute. Okay, this is my friend right here. This thing has made me so lazy. I don't have to worry about anything. 28 degrees from what? That's 28 degrees from vertical. So 28, that's 118. Okay, all right, that's so 118. So, and then I'll do the same thing over here. Now this should be 0. Yep, that's 0. Okay, so see what this one is. 28, 29. Okay, so 118 degrees. That's what I'm going for. Should I make just a square pod, or should I make a stepped pod? Step pods are cool. They take a lot of extra work. That sucks. I wasn't going to do step pods, but now I just decided I'm doing step pods. So, all right, here we go. More work. It's going to take longer. I'm worth it, right? I'm worth it. Let's do it. If you can imagine, I'm building a pod 90 degrees of this transom, right? But if my pod, let's overemphasize it, right? If my pod 90 degrees is like this here, occasionally you'll look down the edge of that and you're like, man, the hole comes here, but the pod is out this way. And generally, it's one side or the other because the transom is not square to the sides. So, to combat that, I have an idea. Never done this before, but I'm going to do it on this one. So, here's my upright. Here's 24. But on the back, there's my upright. And then this is 23.5. So, I'm actually going to taper this pod back just a 1/2 inch, right? And obviously, when you get ready to do this, make sure when you lay it out, you do a right and a left. And we've got pods, sort of, almost. I even added, angles here in the middle. I was like, you know what? Instead of trying to hit 90, let's just add flare to the inside. That's just one more angle. The more angles you add, the wilder it's going to look. So let's lay that in a little bit. I just stopped at 85 degrees, and what I got's what I got. And then my port and starboard are backwards. I labeled them wrong, but don't matter. And then we are a 1/2 inch wider at the transom than we are back here, which I think is going to be awesome. Good morning, race fans. So last night we took a little extra effort, and made sure that these were cut to the transom angle. You can see I got port starboard now. And, well, now it's time to decide profile, right? It's talking about steps and things of that nature. I have a set of shallow water anchors that I bought off a buddy like 2 years ago. And they was going to go on another boat. Anyway, they're going on this boat. Mainly because I have them, not because I think I need them. You know how it is, right? I got them, let's use them. And I have the brackets that go along with that for a jack plate, but I'm not using a jack plate on this boat. So I'm not spending money to get the transom mount for those. So I'm going to mount them directly to the pod. I'm going to do a step pod because that step will actually add rigidity to the pod. And after I make it upright, I can support it to the step. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to dig for a picture. So the other day I was at CatCon and I saw that on the back of a Sea Arc. And I'm going to do something similar. I'm just going to do it a lot better quality because those were trash. It'd be ripping out there right now, son. I know it don't look like much, but there's like 50-mile-an-hour winds out there right now. Whew. Okay, so we're getting all fit up. Open corners. You want a W, all right? You like, see that W? That's what you want. So, man, I used to be a good fitter. I tell you what, something like this will make you go crazy, dog. I'm telling you. Because there's nothing square about this. I decided that didn't need to be square, so, we got an angled step. This is angled. That's angled. That's the only thing that's square is the top. And I ain't putting a square on it because it's probably not. But anyway, I got that one fit, and then I got that one fit. Now all I got to do is tack it up, and I will weld both these profiles out. I told you. It went from like 60 to 35 in about 3 hours. Turn this off. But in about 3 hours, we got that all welded up. Got the back on there. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Oh my. That's right. And so I just got this one done, and she's still a little warm, but that's all good to go. Now the only thing I have to do is come back and, like, I got a little lip here. I gotta cut that off and then make my upright for my thingamabob. Yeah, here's what I talked myself into so far. Didn't know if I could bend that or not. 3/16. I can bend it, but the hard thing is doing it on the brake, and because it don't have a big enough throat. So I got this one 90. This one's not quite 90, so I'll weld this in and then pinch it over with some clamps to get that 90 over there. But not as sporty as I was wanting. I'm gonna sleep on it. See what it looks like in the morning. All right, good morning. Couple things. Last night I went in and got me a little drink, kind of winding down the day, and I opened up Google and started looking at pictures. I went and looked at the way the talon is made because, well, obviously I got the heat on right now, and upstairs up there you can see I got the foam door closed, so I don't go up there very often. There is a like 2 3/4, 3 inch deep mounting plate on the back of the talon. There's wasted space. So here's what I need to do. I got another template here. I need to make this big, and I got 2.5 inches here. So that will clearance this, a half inch or so, and go on down. Another thing that I thought that would make this stronger is to go ahead and cap the top of it, just like 2 inches, 3 inches, okay? And then I'm gonna make this thicker. This only being 3/16, I would like to have a little bit more meat there for the bolts to hold on to. So I really wish I could weld 1/4 inch all day long. Like, it's so hard to mess up, and it looks so pretty. Anyway, here's what we're doing. Like, I had to talk myself into this, but I said I wanted to pitch the shallow anchors in a little bit. Look at that. That mounted in the center of the pod, about a 3-degree offset. Now, the only problem that this creates is I don't want to weld it on now because the top of this 3 foot, right? An inch this way or that, and I could come too close to getting the motor. So I'm going to leave them off, and then whenever it comes time, I will just slide this wherever it needs to. It's still hot. Okay, it's still hot. To clearance my motor and make sure that they're, in the proper location. But like, I think it turned out pretty good. More of what I had envisioned in my head, anyway. And then, by moving this back 2.5 inches. That'll keep my anchor like right here instead of way out here. So I think it'll be good. Well, welded out really well. Like how it turned out. One thing I didn't do, and I kind of just aborted it, but I said I was going to 45 these insides. And, well, I'm kind of nervous about that now. But after going out and measuring, right here I have, let's just call it 23 inches. And then it's the same over there, obviously. And then width-wise, I have 24 inches. So I measured the boat that it's hanging on, and at 24 inches, you come back and like clearance in that. It's on a jack plate, so I need 28. So the jack plate's 4.5. I'm right at 23, meaning I have little to no window to be off center. This is going to have to be on center perfectly, and then my pump will actually be right here, missing this by like an inch. Not a lot. It's actually it'll be like right here, and it's going to shoot right past it, which is fine. But and then elevation wise, like I think it'll actually be about even right here because my foot's going to be here. So anyway, it's going to be close up there, that's for sure. But I think it'll fit. If I got to come back and hack this off and weld a new one on, I guess that's what I'll have to do. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let me know what y'all think. Drop in the comments and give me some likes and shares. I will put the link to this playlist in the description. That way you guys don't have to go find it. Please share this playlist out. Share it on your feed. Share it to your favorite fishing page, your favorite boating page. Share the entire playlist, not just one video. And man, I really appreciate it. Trying to grow the community on YouTube and try to get it to the 106,000 that I have following me over on TikTok right now. So if I could get 100,000 on YouTube, that'd be phenomenal. At that point, I'd probably just start YouTubing full time, but I'll need your help with that. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this profile. I've got to get back to welding these transitions. Then we'll flip the boat back over and get back to work on the furniture, on the interior. Appreciate y'all joining me. As always, stay safe, shoot straight, shoot often. Don't forget to wear the personal flotation devices and tree stand harnesses. We're out there chasing God's critters, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget, if you're from Mississippi, I want to hear from you. Like, throw me a bone. I got to go shoot a turkey bird. I'll see y'all.